If I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
According to Barbie, she is the reason people are watching the WNBA. She is the reason that people are paying $16 to watch the Chicago Bravado play the Phoenix Masculines later today. What a matchup. The Bravado.
Angel Reese not cracking the top 10 in All-Star votes? Yeah. Something in the universe definitely glitched. Did the fans lose their vision, or did her jump shot run off with the ballots? Either way, Twitter's melting down, group chats are. In crisis mode, and somewhere a hype train just derailed at full speed. Strap in, we're breaking down the voting drama, the quiet shade, and why Angel might be an all-star in attitude, but apparently not in the numbers.
The cap of caps. For the better part of 2 years, maybe even 3 years, the mainstream media has been trying to convince us that Angel Reese is a huge star. Some in the media even do investigative journalism and claim that Angel Reese is the face of the WNBA because she leads the league in followers on social media, along with missed layups and a complete lack of athleticism.
Angel Reese not cracking the top 10 in the WNBA All-Star rankings isn't shocking. It's the plot twist everyone already predicted. It's like watching a movie where the villain delivers a 5-minute monologue while hanging off a helicopter. You know exactly what's coming, but you're still sitting there with your popcorn eyes wide, the real surprise. That anyone genuinely expected her to make the list in the first place.
One reason why Mr. Dennis Rodman never got the backlash that Miss Angel Reese is getting? Because there is no athlete in the history of sports that have come into a professional league and proclaimed themselves to be the best or to be the reason why people are watching this league now. No athlete has ever done that. Not even Caitlin Clark, which we know that is the reason why we watch the WNBA, but you never hear Caitlin Clark say, I am the reason why we are watching the WNBA. LeBron James came into the league. You know what they nicknamed him? They nicknamed him the King. He didn't give himself that nickname. They proclaimed him to be the next one. And what's crazy is in the beginning of LeBron James' career, they said he was too nice. They said he wasn't cocky enough. There's a thing that we love about great athletes. It's called humility. It's a modest or low view of one's importance.
Let's be real. Her season so far has been rougher than a gym floor burn. The only thing consistent about Angel Reese this year has been the inconsistency. If you watched her highlights on Shuffle, you'd swear it was a blooper reel. Missed. Layups, mid-range bricks, and defense that looks more like interpretive dance than actual strategy. It's the kind of performance that would have any coach reaching for blood pressure meds and a stress ball at the same time.
Now, guys, y'all saw what happened with Angel Reese. It took her 36 minutes to get it. And as soon as she got it, all these records, right? And why can't I celebrate it? The night before, she was just crashing out on social media, talking about all the fans who hate her because she cute, hate her because of her rebound. And then what got to her was the whole me bounds thing, where people are saying that most of her rebounds come off of her shots. Y'all, if y'all watch this channel, y'all have probably seen, you know, her social media take on that night before the game.
Let's be real. Her season so far has been rougher than a gym floor burn. The only thing consistent about Angel Reese this year has been the inconsistency. If you watched her highlights on Shuffle, you'd swear it was a blooper reel. Missed. Layups, mid-range bricks, and the votes? Oh, the votes did not lie. When the ballots were counted and her name didn't crack the top 10, the silence was louder than her stat line. Not even a pity placement. No, we appreciate the hustle. Slot. Just complete absence, like she vanished from all-star relevance altogether, yet somehow people were shocked, as if vibes alone were supposed to drag her into stardom. That looks more like interpretive dance than actual strategy. It's the kind of performance that would have any coach reaching for blood pressure meds and a stress ball at the same time.
And in simple, you'll get a response. And oh, what's this response I get? Let's go through this together like it was in real time. Angel Reese said people watch the WNBA to see her play. Today is a perfect example of why people don't watch the WNBA at all. Okay, so already this is not trending good. Caitlin Clark is out. Angel Reese is playing. Tickets for the game $3. Okay, that's a joke they run on the Clippers a lot of times. That doesn't really get to me. Angel Reese pulling up the games like it's New York Fashion Week. Oh, this is what she wore to the game. Not mad at that. Everybody has seen Debo Samuel show up to games and play well, and also not play so well. So I'm still a little torn. I don't know what happened. Then I see this, leaving with 4 points and 2 rebounds.
Let's be real. Her season so far has been rougher than a gym floor burn. The only thing consistent about Angel Reese this year has been the inconsistency. If you watched her highlights on Shuffle, you'd swear it was a blooper reel missed. Layups, mid-range bricks, and this is the same Angel Reese who just last season claimed she was the reason people watched women's basketball. In her mind, she wasn't just joining the WNBA, she was the WNBA. The league wasn't elevating her. It was catching up to her, but reality had other plans. The moment the season tipped off, it became obvious that drawing attention to the sport doesn't mean much when those eyes are watching you go 2 for 11 on national television. If fans were tuning in because of Angel Reese, they're now watching through their fingers like it's a horror movie. Every game feels like a suspense thriller where everyone's waiting, desperately, for her to finally snap out of it. Spoiler, we're still waiting, and the irony. While she was busy campaigning as the face of the league, others were out there earning their spotlight. Caitlin Clark, for example, has been hacked, fouled, shoved, bumped, and smacked every other possession, and still manages to look like she's playing chess while everyone else is doing TikTok dances. Meanwhile, Angel? She looks like she's still buffering. That looks more like interpretive dance than actual strategy. It's the kind of performance that would have any coach reaching for blood pressure meds and a stress ball at the same time.
Angel Reese needs to be better at basketball. I'm not talking about as a person. I'm not talking about as a podcaster. I'm not talking about at the Met Gala. She needs to be a better player if we want this rivalry to be able to have some staying power. She had a very, very busy offseason, but at this moment, it does not seem like the offseason involved a lot of mic-in drills of left-handed layups. Right now, Angel Reese, she is a wildly famous rebounder.
Let's be real. Her season so far has been rougher than a gym floor burn. The only thing consistent about Angel Reese this year has been the inconsistency. If you watched her highlights on Shuffle, you'd swear it was a blooper reel missed. Layups, mid-range bricks, and she entered the league with fireworks, confetti, and more headlines than a presidential primary. But now those headlines read more like obituaries for the hype. Somewhere between the glitz and the glamour, she forgot that being a pro means producing. Not just posing in sunglasses and going viral for the occasional stare down. Being a pro means rebounds, assists, blocks, actual buckets, the stuff fans vote for. And that's exactly what she hasn't been delivering. Let's talk numbers. Because numbers don't lie, and Angel's stat sheet is practically a tragedy. Field goal percentage is so low they need a ladder. Turnovers outpacing her assists. And rebounds. She's supposed to own the paint, yet lately she's been boxed out like the ball has a restraining order against her. It's like watching someone try to solve algebra while wearing oven mitts, and the fans, oh, they were ready. They showed up, they campaigned, they hyped her like she was Lisa Leslie 2.0 with a full-time social media department. But when the votes dropped, even the most delusional superfans had to squint. Top 10? She didn't even sneak into the top 15. You'd think someone would have thrown her a sympathy vote just for effort. Or for that one time she stared down Caitlin Clark in the said tournament like she just dropped 40. That looks more like interpretive dance than actual strategy. It's the kind of performance that would have any coach reaching for blood pressure meds and a stress ball at the same time.
So even though everybody might think you're the greatest, everybody might be so excited about your performance, you scored 40 points, you come into the press conference, you're like, I guess the shots were just falling for me. Not, oh, I'm the best and none of these motherfuckers can guard me, because they respect the game and they respect the players. The reason so many people don't like Angel Reese is because she's self-proclaiming herself to be something that she has not done yet. She said, I am the reason why people are watching the WNBA. But it's not true. What's crazy is her fans don't even watch her game.
Let's be real. Her season so far has been rougher than a gym floor burn. The only thing consistent about Angel Reese this year has been the inconsistency. If you watched her highlights on Shuffle, you'd swear it was a blooper reel missed. Layups, mid-range bricks, and butt all-star spots aren't awarded for facial expressions. They're earned through performance, and so far, her season has been a very glamorous flop. And then there's the drama. Oh, the drama. Because with an all-star snub comes outrage, conspiracy theories, and the inevitable dramatic Instagram stories. Some people swear it's a popularity issue, as if Angel isn't one of the most talked about names in the league. No, this isn't about popularity, it's about production. And on that front, Angel's been playing like she's still warming up for preseason. She talks the talk, loudly and often. But walking the walk? Let's just say her sneakers haven't come close to touching all-star territory. If she strolled into the all-star locker room right now, half the players would assume she was delivering Gatorade. Not because of shade, but because her gameplay is that far from all-star level, and don't get it twisted. This isn't about hating Angel Reese, it's about facts. It's about a player who believed the hype before delivering the goods. Someone who thought college clout came with a lifetime VIP pass to the top tier of the WNBA. But the league doesn't hand out trophies for vibes and social media buzz. It rewards points, rebounds, defense, leadership, the stuff actual all-stars bring every night. That looks more like interpretive dance than actual strategy. It's the kind of performance that would have any coach reaching for blood pressure, meds, and a stress ball at the same time.
Now, for the wildly overrated and shockingly underrated Angel Reese. I saw on X, formerly Twitter, the other day that Angel Reese was getting bombarded with criticism for her sorry performance in Chicago's 79-52 home loss to Caitlin Clark's Fever without the injured Caitlin Clark. Ah, man. Angel wound up with a grand total of 4 points on 2 out of 7. Didn't shoot a single free throw. Although she did have 12 rebounds, her average, which does lead the league. But a couple of times Angel drove it and flung up just these wild shots from 3 or 4 feet that missed the rim by, 3 or 4 feet.
Let's be real. Her season so far has been rougher than a gym floor burn. The only thing consistent about Angel Reese this year has been the inconsistency. If you watched her highlights on Shuffle, you'd swear it was a blooper reel missed. Layups, mid-range bricks, and right now, Angel's biggest accomplishment this season might be getting people to talk about her without mentioning basketball. Fashion? Sure. Brand deals? Absolutely. Off-court presence? No doubt, but all-star? Not even close, because last time anyone checked, the all-star game isn't a photo shoot. It's a showcase of talent. And talent, as harsh as it sounds, hasn't exactly been lighting up the scoreboard for her. She may bring eyes to the sport, but the sport is kindly asking if she could also bring a respectable shooting percentage with those eyes. Maybe a couple of double-doubles. Maybe less drama and a little more hustle. The WNBA is stacked with hungry, talented women grinding every single night. And right now, Angel's performance looks more like a TikTok trend that already faded. The league isn't a popularity contest. It's not a runway. It's not about who has the loudest fan base or the flashiest post-game fits. It's about results, and if Angel Reese wants to be more than a headline, she has to stop coasting on potential and start proving why she deserves to be in the conversation. That looks more like interpretive dance than actual strategy. It's the kind of performance that would have any coach reaching for blood pressure meds and a stress ball at the same time.